A state of emergency has been issued for 3 counties in the following state. So let's get into it and find out what exactly is happening and why. Some who live in this state might be saying, is the world on fire? Because they have been dealing with these wildfires for an extended period of time and it has only gotten worse. They say the park fire is now one of California's largest on record as it burns areas nearly half the size of Rhode Island. So this article is stating that a burning car that authorities say was pushed into a gully less than a week ago has now sparked one of the largest wildfires in California history. As of Sunday, officials say the park fire has grown to more than 360,000 acres, marking the biggest wildfire since 2020 and the seventh largest to ever burn across the state. The Cal Fire's latest update on Sunday night, officials said the park fire had grown 360,141 acres and was at 12% containment. That size, about 563 square miles, is about half the size of Rhode Island and is almost 12 times bigger than San Francisco County and slightly larger than the city of Los Angeles. So far, there are 4 counties, Butte, Pumas, Shasta, and Tehama, have been impacted by the ongoing blaze, with at least 100 structures destroyed so far. Officials said on Sunday more than 4,000 other structures remain threatened by this fire, which has not caused any known injuries or fatalities to civilians or firefighters so far. After days of what CAL FIRE says was rapid growth, Sunday brought cooler temperatures that helped reduce some of the fire's extreme behaviors and allowed responders to actively combat the fire outside the National Forest land. However, there was also less smoke on Sunday, causing a warmer climate around the fire, which has led to increased fire activity. The fire has sparked fire tornadoes and has infiltrated Lassen Volcanic National Park, which is now closed.
This happens when fires get so intense, right? You have all this heat that's rising all at the same time. So notice, you can see the circulation here. Notice some of the vortices that start to spin up out ahead of that too. As all this heat rises, you have air from surrounding areas coming in and creates that circulation. And when you see this, not just a fire whirl, it's a fire tornado, because you got the towering smoke plume above that. You call that a pyrocumulus cloud.
The park said on Facebook on Saturday that the fire was approaching its western edge 3 years after the Dixie Fire consumed much of the eastern portion. Staff are scrambling to save historic artifacts stored in the 1927 Lomas Museum.
You've got the park fire burning in rugged terrain. You have hundreds of fire crews here on the front lines trying to hold it back. And for good reason. This morning, dozens of communities are threatened. More than 10,000 people have been evacuated, 60 plus structures, many of them homes destroyed, and a fire that crews say could continue to burn for several more weeks.
Flames devoured home after home as windy weather and thick vegetation fueled the park fire's devastating growth.
We have had a lot of dry, old brush, and with the winds and the heat, it just was the perfect recipe.
Almost sounds like this was a tinderbox ready to explode.
Pretty much, yeah.
After a break in the weather, the wind has picked back up. This fire, once again, explosive. It has hopped this highway, now burning in a part of the forest that has not had wildfire in years.
A state of emergency has been declared in 3 counties as 3,900 firefighters battle the flames from the ground and sky. In Southern California, crews are struggling to control the Boro fire, burning about 100 miles north of Los Angeles. The flames nearly destroyed the historic gold mining town of Havilah as they surged in size, burning close to 50,000 acres. Back north, damage inspection teams are already combing through charred-out neighborhoods left behind by the park fire, counting the number of homes destroyed, a number expected to rise as the fire continues to burn. Susan Singleton and her 7 dogs escaped the park fire just in time, only to later find out they had nothing to go back to.
People that we know that went by and looked at the property said it's burned down. Everything, our stuff is all burned up.
And the man accused of setting this fire will be arraigned later on today. In just 3 days, the park fire exploded to the 7th largest here in California. There are hundreds of fires burning across the West and in Canada, impacting the air quality as far east as New York, Nate.
Many people are left without homes, a place to return to, all because I can't even say the carelessness, because I think this was done intentionally by this person who is now being arraigned this week. One of the people said, "I tried to outrun it." He added, saying he burnt his left arm while evacuating. "I wouldn't have gotten burned if I hadn't rolled down the window to look in the rearview mirror. I was right in the middle of it and I was trying to put it in reverse." Another person said she watched her home burn down in real time through home security footage. This fire got so intense, it created a fire tornado. So guys, let me know what you think down below. Let me know if you live in California or if you've experienced something similar to this. My thoughts and prayers are with the families who have seemingly lost everything, but luckily they still have their lives. Before you leave, please hit that like button, share button, leave comments below. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. We would love for you to join our YouTube family.